Welcome back, campers, to another Photoshop tutorial. For this one, you're going to want to download the image I have linked with the video. It should be a picture of a Dalmatian. If you don't see that, just ask us, the counselors, and we'll figure it out. So I want you guys to go ahead and open that image of the Dalmatian in Photoshop, like I have here. And it's going to come up as layer 1, and we're just going to call it dog. And I want you guys to lock this layer. Today we're going to be learning about the magic wand tool. That's this one right here. So if I click on that, you'll see magic wand tool, the shortcut. You can use W on your keyboard. And we're not going to worry about these other options, just the magic wand. And it's going to give you a real good shortcut and make it easier to select things. So I want you guys to create a new layer. And we're going to call this layer spots. And what you're going to do is, with your magic wand selected, you're going to select the dots. So as you can see, I'm on spots, but it won't select the dog spots. This is okay if you run into that issue. It's because you need to be on the dog layer. Even though it's locked, you're still going to be able to select his spots. Now, I have one selected right now, and if I click this one, now only this has been selected, but I want you guys to learn how to select all of them at once. So on your keyboard, if you hold down Shift, do you see the little plus? That means I can now select more than one thing. But let's say I accidentally select the eye, and I don't want that. I can simply click Control Z, and now it just goes back to what I had at the beginning. So go around, hold Shift, and pick all of his spots, or her spots. You can decide if it's a girl or boy. And what we're going to do is now come back to your layers, switch to the spot layer that we've created because we don't want to draw on our original image. And now what we're going to do is we're going to give this Dalmatian some funky polka dots. So I'm going to call it a girl, and I'm going to give her pink spots. Now to deselect, like same with the lasso, Control D. Now you can see we've got pink polka dots. You can play around with the opacity. Maybe you want it a little darker and you want to see the black underneath. And we're going to lock that layer as well. So that's basically how to use the magic wand tool. We're going to do the same thing, get more practice, and we're going to do the collar. So create a new layer, call it collar. You can use a shortcut W or click the icon, and we're gonna pick a color for her collar. So again, make sure you have dog selected and simply click the area that you want. And I'm going to click this part too. And I'm going to give her, let's give her a yellow collar. So I'm going to go to my paint bucket, the collar layer, make sure you're on the collar layer. That's why we lock these other ones, so you don't accidentally draw on a different layer. And you just click, just like that. Deselect, and it's as easy as that. You guys can finish coloring the dog if you want later, but right now I'm going to teach you another new tool, and that's the text tool. So you're going to come down here to text. You can hit T for a shortcut. And once you have that selected, we're going to do horizontal type. You're going to click and drag and hold and create a box. Doesn't matter the size, we can adjust the size later. And you're going to pick a font. Let's go, what font do we want? Let's choose this font. And let's name our dog. I'm going to name my dog Lily. And so you just type it in. Here's your fonts up here. Very similar to if you guys have used Word documents or Google Docs, anything like that. It's pretty straightforward. You guys have lots of fun fonts here, make sure you just have your word selected. See, I messed up there. You have to have your word selected. Then you can choose the font you want. Let's pick a nice big one. Let's do this. Now, once you have it selected, you can also change the color if you come up here and the size. I like the size though, so I'm going to leave it. And I'm going to change the color. If you want to match a color, I can match the pink or the yellow I've created. But I'm going to give her a darker pink. And once you're done that, all you do is click the check mark. And now you can move it around. It's created a new layer for you. You can lock that layer. You can turn it off and on like everything else. And you can also warp your things. Remember how we transform different things and you can skew it? Maybe I want to make it a little funky looking. And that's it. That's the magic wand tool and the text tool. So I hope you guys had fun with that. If you want, you can keep practicing and color your dog any fun, fancy colors you want. And that's it for today's tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Also, remember, make sure to save your work, and we'll see you guys next time.